And now we're going to talk about the games in the modded PS1 Mini that begin with F, starting with Fear Effect 2. Retro Helix, released by Eidos Interactive in 2001, and it's another game that is rated M for mature. And as I mentioned before in previous videos, back when I was a kid, my mother forbade me to play games that are rated M for mature. And since I'm mature enough nowadays, since I'm in my early 30s, I might have to give this game a try one day. So, moving on now to, wait for it, a soccer game, FIFA. Road to the World Cup '98, released by EA Sports in 1997, and that game is honor of the 1998 World Cup, which just like the Olympics, both summer and winter games, the World Cup happens every 4 years. And the last World Cup took place back in 2018, the same year my father passed away, and I love and miss my dad every day. And speaking of soccer, did you know back when I was in high school, but not for the school team, I actually played soccer, but even though it was just for fun though. So, before playing soccer, I played a lot of sports back when I was a kid, not in video game form, but in real life, like baseball, basketball, and even bowling. And speaking of which, did you all know that I'm an excellent bowler? I even bowled a 207 one time. So, okay, back to the modded PS1 Mini. Oh, and as you may know, this, my friends, not to confuse you, but this is not a fighting game. But I did a little research with this game, and it's a beat 'em up, just like Final Fight and Streets of Rage. This is Fighting Force, released by the same company that made Fear Effect, and I think it released 4 years before Fear Effect 2 came out. Released in 1997. So, I did a little research on Fighting Force, and this is not a fighting game. This is actually a beat 'em up, just like Final Fight is a beat 'em up, and also Streets of Rage is another beat 'em up. So. I might have to give this, I've never played this game, and it's rated T for teens, so I might have to give this game a try one day. So, okay, next up, we have Final Fantasy IX, which is the last Final Fantasy game of the main series that is released for the Sony PlayStation, before Final Fantasy X came out for the PS2 back in like 2002 or 2003. So, this game already, the PlayStation 1 Mini already has Final Fantasy VII, which is one of the best, not only it's one of the best PS1 games of all time, but Final Fantasy VII is the best Final Fantasy game of all time. So, and there you go. Okay, next up we have, this is Future Cops L.A.P.D. And here's a little trivia for all of you. L.A.P.D. stands for Los Angeles Police Department. It is released by EA, Electronic Arts, in 1998. So I might have to give this game a try one day, because I never played this game before. So, and that concludes all the games that begin with F in this part of my review of the PS1 Mini, even though I already modded it to add more games. So stay tuned for the next part, which I will cover all the games that start with a G. So see you next time, folks.